Hello everyone, this is Tejas Shekhar from Spider Software's Mumbai head office. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in this video, I'll be explaining what the technical query feature is. So first we need to go to the query menu, and then when we click on technical query, we will be able to see either two windows or three windows depending on the product that you have purchased. Currently you can see two windows. So I'll just click on the first window and that will give us the query window here. So in the query window, we can see condition 0 and we can add conditions up to 49. So we can add up to 50 conditions in our technical query. So what the technical query does is you can create a scanner to identify those stocks in which a certain set of conditions is being fulfilled. So first I will take a look at how to set my conditions. I'll double click on condition 0 and then I will select the indicator that I want to create a condition for. For example, if I want to create a condition based on an average, I will select the average study. You can see it has been selected here. Next, I will click on parameter. I can adjust the average type, the average period. I can adjust the various parameters in this tab. I will choose a 15 period average. And next, I can also adjust the time frame in which I want the condition to be fulfilled. For example, we have intraday, daily, weekly, monthly, and so on. So I will just select the daily time frame. Next, we will take a look at the condition. So here we have a list of conditions which are available. You can choose from within these conditions. So if I want to choose the condition, I want to see those stocks in which the price is cutting the average upward. I will select this condition. Next, we have the check on nth back bar box here. So what this means is if you take a look at the chart, this current bar is my nth back bar 0. If I want to check on the nth back bar 1, I will change the value here to 1, and this is my nth back bar 1. If I change the value to 2, this is my nth back bar 2, and so on. So if you want to check for previous bars, you can also change the value for the nth back bar. We will leave it as 0 since we want to see it for the current bar. So now I have added one condition. I will also add an additional condition. For example, if I want to add a condition for the MACD, I will just type M and then I will select the MACD. I can adjust the parameters, so we can change the time frame here as well. So we will just leave it on the daily time frame. Next, we will add a condition for an MACD crossover as well, where it is cutting the average upward. So now we have added two conditions. So if I want to run this query and I just want to see those stocks in which the price is cutting the average upward, I will tick this condition and then tick satisfy condition here. So we have selected a condition. We have some additional filter conditions here. You can filter according to the rate, quantity. We also have a filter for active scripts. We also have a filter for NSE show only equity. If you tick this, it will only filter out equity scripts. So in this way, you can add various filter conditions. Next, we have these boxes over here. So what this does is it will just have various conditions here. So if I just untick all of this, I will leave the first box ticked, which is show condition result in report. So we have set this condition here. Next, if I want to change the input, so currently over here you can see the price is cutting the average upward. If I want to change the input for that, for example, I want to change it to the volume or so on, I will click on change input and then I can change my input here as well. So this is how to change the input. So now we have selected our condition. I will choose the group on which I want to run my query. So I will go to the group menu here. I'll click on group and I'll choose the group on which I want to run my query. For example, I'll choose the NSE F&O scripts group and then I'll click on run. So now you can see that I have run my query on the NSE F&O scripts. Then I'll take a look at Kotak Bank here. We will just add the average which we have added in our query as well. We will just change the parameter here to E15 and all time frames. I'll add it. And since we have created our query in the daily time frame here, so our results will also be shown in the daily time frame. So if we take a look at Kotak Bank, yes, the price is cutting the average upward. If we take a look at Navin Fluoride as well, here also on the nth back bar 0, the price is cutting the average upward. So in this way, we can create a scanner based on the conditions that we have added. So here we just checked for one condition, but we have added two conditions here. And if I want to check both of these conditions at the same time, I will create a relationship mentioning those conditions. So I have selected C0 and C1. I want to create a condition relationship which combines both of them. So I'll just type C0 and C1. And here we can add a description for the stocks which will fulfill these results. If I want to buy those stocks, I will just type buy in the description here. If you want, you can change the color of these alerts. For example, if I want to see these alerts in green, I will just change the color of both of these to green. Click on OK. So now we have set the color for this. I will just tick this relationship, and we need to make sure that we change the satisfy from condition to relation here. So I have ticked the relation over here option, and now I'll run this query. We can see currently we have no results. So I will just change my query offset here. And what this does is now instead of checking on the zero back bar, which is this, it will check on the first back bar, which is present over here. So we will once again run our query. Here we can see we have received Bandhan Bank in our result. I will also add the MACD to my chart to get a clear idea of the study that I have added. So here we selected Bandhan Bank. We have set our condition as cutting the average upward. So on this bar, it has definitely cut the average upward. And if you take a look at the MACD in the bottom here, we can see that it has cut the average upward here in the MACD as well. So you can see that we created a relationship where two conditions are being fulfilled. So in this way, we have found a stock which fulfills both of our conditions. Now, if I want to see these results in the live market, I just need to change it from historical to live query. And then when I click on result live query, it will show me the result in the live market as the data is being processed. So I will just change my query offset to 0 over here. And then if we take a look at the results over here, if any results are being fulfilled in the live market, those results will show up in the live query result section here. Whereas if you run the query on historical data, if I select historical, the results will be visible in the result historical option here. Now, if you want to save these conditions that you have added here, you can click on save. You can assign a name to this query. For example, I want to name this as test ABC. I have added a name for the query here. I'll click on save. If I want to remove the condition from the query, I just need to click on clear. If I want to remove all the conditions at the same time, I will just click on clear all. So now I'll just click on load here, and I will look for my test ABC query. So you can see I just pressed T, and now it is showing me my test ABC query. I'll select it, and I have now opened it. So now you can see the query which I just saved, the conditions which I saved are now visible over here. So in this way, you can load and save your queries. Next, if we take a look at the MISC section over here, if you want to change the time frame in which your query is being run, for example, currently my query is in the daily time frame. If I want to change the time frame from daily to, let's say, intraday, I will just change my period here. I'll go to the miscellaneous section. I'll change my period to intraday, and I will choose the time frame, for example, 15 minutes. So I have changed my time frame here. If you want to change the period for all of your conditions, you can select all and then click on change. If you want to only change it for specific conditions, you can select that condition over here and change the time frame for the selected condition by clicking on selected. We will just change the time period for all the conditions by selecting all and then clicking on change. You can see the period change has been completed for two conditions, and now it is showing me intraday 15 minutes for both of the conditions which we added here. So this was how to create scanners. If you have any further doubts or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at our support landline number, which is 022-3501-8383, or our support telephone number, which is 89769-91601 or 02. Thank you.